No, okay, I screwed up. I knew it. Damn it. I wanted to stop you earlier. I didn't have the microphone on.
Are you kidding?
No, I'm not kidding. All right. Okay, everything's on. Oh, okay. This is not. Sorry.
Okay.
Start over again.
Take 3.
Is it take 3?
I don't know.
Oh, now we got another problem.
Hi, honey.
We just started recording and you walked in. Yeah.
Okay, so, hi, Paul.
Hello.
So what we're doing today is we are planting peas and beans. The guys got the trellises done yesterday, and I'm going to plant the beans in the back because the beans are going to get way high and go up to 8 feet tall. And we don't want those, if I put those in the front, then we wouldn't get enough sun in the back for the peas. So, planting the peas, we're planting them about 2 inches apart, and they like to be about 1 inch deep. And I'm going to plant a row on both sides of this fence.
Did you say you're doing about 2 inches apart?
Yeah, 2 inches apart. And these we don't weed out or thin out when they start growing. So we just put them 2 inches and 1 inch deep. Inch and a half, something like that. And these guys should be coming up in about 7 or 8 days.
So they take a little longer than the other ones.
Yeah, I was surprised how fast that lettuce came up.
I wonder if there's any, what do you call that? I keep wanting to say coordination. I mean, between the bigger pea and the smaller seed, you know, these are pretty big.
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder if the bigger seeds
take longer to germinate.
Longer to come up. You know, does that make sense to you? I don't know.
Well, it kind of does.
Something to think about.
It's something to think about. I'm going to look that one up on the internet. That could be because that has to root.
Yeah, they're pretty big. Yeah. They reach in there.
So I just push them down a little bit and then I made these little rows and I push them down a little bit and then I go back and cover them with the dirt on the sides.
You know, Confucius say, woman who cooks carrots and peas in pot is a most unsanitary cook.
That's Paul in the background. You can't see him, but he's there.
Okay, so those are all...
Good job driving that tractor earlier.
Yeah.
Well, I pat myself on the back here.
Okay, now I'm going to have to go around the back.
I'm in your way.
I'm going to trade places with you. My little cart, it's great for old people with crappy backs. Okay, so those that I just planted are Alaska peas, and I always put on the back what kind of pea they are and what manufacturer they're from, because some seeds companies they might be selling older seeds or haven't been taken care of properly.
Oh, well, that's a question I wanted to ask. How do you know how old these peas are? It's dated on there, I guess. But what am I trying to say? Do they go bad like after a year or two?
They can go bad very easily. It depends. You got to keep them dry and cool. Like we keep ours in our basement, and I have them in canning jars like this. And then those things that you get, like aspirin and stuff, they have that thingy in there. Well, I put one of those in there too to keep them so they don't collect any moisture.
Okay, so it might not be that good of an idea to keep these overnight in the greenhouse any longer than, because it's really humid in here.
Yeah, I don't leave them in the greenhouse because they could sprout in the bag from the humidity and that'll ruin them.
Okay.
It's a very good point. So this one is a different brand of pea. And now see, I got these on sale at one of the garden, or the, one of those big R stores or something like that. And I just don't know the quality because I've never used that brand before.
Well, that's a lot to keep track of, where you buy beans and peas and
well, and there's a million.
Whether they grow good or not.
Yeah. And there's so many different kinds too. You know, these are Kentucky Wonder, I think, or Little Marble. So
I guess you want to make sure you're planting the right stuff. Like Paul would say, well, if it was hemp, how much do you... No, we don't do that. But any plant, I guess, you have to be careful on what you're putting in the ground.
I don't know if you mentioned it all, but outside it's a windy, blustery 19 degrees, and inside here it's 76.
We had the fan on too.
And no heater on.
It was too hot in here. We couldn't take it. It was up to it was over 80, and we decided that was too much.
Yeah, about 55% humidity in here right now.
That's not bad.
No, that's good
Okay.
for a garden.
now these are a garden bean. They're going to take quite a while to come up. And these should get all the way to the top. They should go about 6 to 8 feet.
If memory serves me, I think that's a 9 foot, almost 9 foot tall trellis there, 8.5 feet.
Yeah, and the reason we went higher is for when we start, because I'll be rotating these crops, because you normally don't want to plant the same things in the same spot all the time, because they're going to take up one particular nutrient, and then the bugs like to go in the same spot. So if you rotate them, so after the peas, I don't know, we might do watermelon, we might do cantaloupe, but I'll always be rotating this section. Tomatoes are one of the very few that like to be planted in the same place all the time. As long as you give them some new dirt, compost every year.
Are you planting on each side of the trellis or whatever you call it?
Yeah, I'm planting on both sides, and when these start coming up, we're going to have to take the plant and you train them to start on here. And once you got them trained to go starting up, then they'll just start crawling in and out by themselves. They just need a little help to start with. We made this corner kind of tight, but we want to use all the space in this greenhouse.
We got our thermal mass barrel back there, and it's really kind of in the way right now. You know, this side over here, you might be able to access it a whole lot better.
Yeah, I'm going to plant the rest of these from that side. So that's it for the
beans.
For the beans and the peas patch.
Okay, we got the beans planted. We're close to it anyway.
Yeah, now I'll go back and get this side.
Yes, they do have a long ways to climb up there.
Yeah, it's going to take them a while.
Such a relatively small planter bed, 4 foot by 8 feet. It's with the trellises, it's a great way to get maximum use out of that small bed.
Oh yeah, if we weren't growing up and just doing bush beans,
Yeah.
because bush beans don't go up trellis, and we wouldn't get near the yield.
So what do you think, Paul? Think it's going to work?
I have a lot of faith that it will work, yes.
Well, I'm starting to have a little bit more belief in the greenhouse now that it's staying warm.
Oh, this is incredible. You know, for folks that have ever thought about wanting to have something like this in a cold weather environment, the proof is in the pudding here. This works. I mean, it is nice.
I have a new camera coming in today. It has a wide angle lens on it. That's going to be nice for small
Panoramic type stuff.
areas. That's my Christmas present.
Christmas to you.
Yeah. Boy, I just got to say about this triple wall polycarbonate, I get a close up here. That ice up there is not melting at all. And it's hot in here right now. It's doing really well. I'm surprised. You know, if it wasn't good insulation, that would be melting.
Well, as I understand, a lot of the standard greenhouses, commercial greenhouses, only use a double wall. So I guess maybe primarily for cost reasons, because triple wall is not inexpensive.
See, just to show you the temperature, we've got this stupid little cover on here. We have to keep the sun off of it, otherwise it's not a good reading. It is 77 degrees in here, and we have the window open because otherwise it'll get too hot. And also the fan cover we've got open over there. Just to prove it to you, I'm going to go outside. Brr. I have no coat on, and the wind is blowing. It is, see, you were wrong, it's 9 degrees.
Oh, it's 9 degrees.
It's 9 degrees, and the wind is blowing out here, and it's colder. Shit!